How unusual is it to see 40-degree temperatures in October?
Yeah, Gemma, good morning. Well, it's very unusual. In fact, we're breaking records. Maximums yesterday were up to 16 degrees above average across eastern Australia. Burke hit 45. That's a new all-time record for New South Wales. The old record was back in 1919 at Brewarrina, 38.9. And in Queensland, Birdsville, 46. That was also an all-time state record for Queensland. Now, all that hot air through the interior, it is spreading towards the east coast today thanks to northwesterly winds. The latest temperatures, you can see it's already over the interior up to the mid-30s. It's not too hot along the coast just yet, but Sydney just recently has hit 26 degrees. Obviously, that temperature will climb rapidly over the next few hours. So let's have a look at those forecast temperatures. There's your northwesterlies carrying that hot air towards the coast. Now, Newcastle and Sydney, they're both forecast to hit 39 degrees today for both cities. That would be an all-time October record. But it's not just hot, it is also windy. We've got mean winds around 50 kilometres per hour for much of the state, but with much higher gusts. And that is why an extreme fire danger has been issued for today from the Hunter through Sydney to the Illawarra. That's the first time we've had extreme fire dangers so far this spring. Also an extreme fire danger for the upper central west. So fires today, Gemma, they'll be fast-moving and difficult to control.
Let's move south, Tom. Can you take us through the wind threat today?
Yeah, we have a deep low pressure system that's tracking through Bass Strait. There it is at the moment, just off the southeast coast of South Australia. You'll note the isobars, they are squeezed together, so strong to gale force winds. As that low moves towards the east, the strongest winds also shifting towards the east. But even if we look north across New South Wales away from that low, those isobars, they're pretty close together. So widespread strong winds right across the southeast mainland. Here are some of the highest gusts we've had so far. Robe, 95 kilometres per hour, Warrnambool, 95, and also Mount William, 93 kilometres per hour, but the strongest winds are still to come. Here's a forecast look at the winds. There's the strongest winds, the red there. You can see shifting east through the day. So going through Western Victoria this afternoon, late this afternoon, the strongest winds going through central Victoria and Melbourne. And then later this afternoon and tonight, those strongest winds will shift to the eastern part of New South Wales. Here's the latest warning then. Damaging wind gusts for parts of South Australia, Victoria, New South Wales. For most areas, the maximum gusts hitting about 100 kilometres per hour, but right near that low in Bass Strait, along the west coast of Victoria, and perhaps over the next couple of hours across the border in southeast South Australia, 130 kilometres per hour. That's considered destructive, not just damaging, and it's equivalent to the speeds you would see in a Category 2 tropical cyclone. So if we do get those gusts well over 100 kilometres per hour, well, we're looking at trees coming down, power outages, and also some property damage, Gemma.
Finally, Tom, there is also the risk of severe thunderstorms.
Yeah, it's all happening today, isn't it? Let's have a look at the radar then, just over the past few hours. So overnight, it was mostly South Australia. We've had a few storms around Victoria and also the southern part of New South Wales this morning, but you'd expect the most intense storms will arrive this afternoon when you have the hottest air near the surface. So here's the forecast rain for the rest of today. You can see that activity is also moving towards the east. This is the area through the central inland of New South Wales and then extending to the coast perhaps later today, where we could see severe thunderstorms, and they bring an added risk of damaging winds. But of course, because we're not expecting a lot of rain today, fast-moving storms, fairly low humidity, we could see lightning strikes and that could ignite new fires. And without a lot of rain, well, we could see some of those fires burning out of control.